Welcome, everyone. This is not just another video about learning English. This is a real and heartfelt message for every single person who is walking the road of English learning alone. This is not about fancy tricks, grammar charts, or new apps. This is about truth, emotion, and transformation. You might be learning without a teacher, sitting in your room, using your phone, or studying quietly in a corner where no one understands your dream. You might not have a class to go to. You might not even have a friend to talk to in English. Maybe you have tried before. You watched videos, downloaded apps, joined groups, listened to lessons, and even practiced in front of a mirror. But when the real moment came to speak, your mind suddenly went blank. Your mouth refused to move, and a small voice inside you whispered that you were not good enough. I understand that pain. I know what it feels like when you want to express yourself, but your words disappear. When you see others speaking fluently and you wonder what they have that you don't. When you start to believe that something might be wrong with you. But here's the truth. You are not broken. There is nothing wrong with your brain, your age, your accent, or your background. None of those things decide your future. The only thing that matters is your discipline, your daily practice, and the methods you follow. Those are what shape your fluency, not your past. You can master English even if you are completely alone. You don't need a class. You don't need a teacher. You don't even need another app. You just need the right approach, a little faith in yourself, and consistency that never dies. You don't need to learn English the hard, boring, traditional way. You can learn it naturally through real-life practice that changes not only your language but also your confidence. This message is not about selling you something. It's about giving you something real, a system that works, a voice that believes in you, and a reminder that you are capable of more than you think. By the time you finish listening to this, you will feel lighter, stronger, and ready to take the next step without fear. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and open your heart as much as you open your ears. Because the moment you truly listen, transformation begins. Fluency doesn't start with grammar. It begins with belief. Most learners ask the wrong questions. How many hours should I study? When should I study? How much grammar should I memorize? But the truth is that schedules don't make you fluent. Mindset does. You can have the most perfect study plan, 1,000 lessons, and every language app on your phone. But if deep inside you still believe that English is hard, or that you will never be fluent, your brain will block your progress. Fear will stop your mouth. Doubt will silence your ideas. So you need to build a new identity. Stop seeing yourself as just a learner. You are a speaker. You don't study English anymore. You live in it. You breathe it, think it, and feel it. Don't wait for a special time or a perfect situation. Every moment is English time. When you walk, think in English. When you cook, speak to yourself in English. When you dream, let your thoughts play in English. Every small action becomes a piece of your fluency puzzle. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They are signs of growth. If you are not making mistakes, you are not learning. So celebrate your mistakes because they are proof that you are moving forward. Fluency does not come from how many hours you study, but from how many days you don't quit. The real rule is simple. No 0 English days. Not even one. Even if you say just a few sentences to yourself, even if you listen to one short clip, even if you write only one paragraph, that counts. Because English is not an exam subject. It's a skill. And every skill grows from repetition and daily use. You don't need a strict schedule. You need a system, a daily rhythm. A lifestyle where English becomes part of who you are. The goal is not to study English anymore. The goal is to live through it. To think freely, speak naturally, and express yourself without fear. The most powerful learners don't wait for the perfect conditions. They create them with consistency. Now let's talk about the most underrated technique of all, talking to yourself. You don't need a speaking partner to learn how to speak. Waiting for someone to talk to is just another way of avoiding practice. You already have the best English partner in the world. Yourself. Your own voice is waiting for permission to come out. When you speak to yourself, there is no fear of judgment, no one to correct you, no pressure. You can practice freely, honestly, naturally. Talking to yourself builds fluency because your mouth gets used to English movement. It builds confidence because no one is watching. It builds thinking speed because your brain starts producing English automatically without translation. Even whispering counts. Even silent speaking in your mind counts. Even short mirror talk before sleeping counts. Every little effort adds up. Make English part of your daily life. Describe your actions. Say what you're doing. Say what you're thinking. Say what you see around you. Say what you plan to do next. I'm opening the window. I feel tired today. There's a cat outside. I'll drink tea after this. Each small line is a drop in the ocean of your fluency. Over time, your brain connects English with your life, not with a textbook. That's how it becomes natural. When you stand in front of the mirror and talk, something magical happens. You begin to see yourself as a speaker. Your own eyes tell you that you can do this. Your own voice becomes your teacher. And one day, you will realize that you are no longer afraid of English. You're simply living in it. Remember, your voice is your power. Don't wait for someone else to give you permission to use it. Speak even if it's broken. Speak even if it's messy. Speak even if it's ugly. Because English fluency does not come from perfection. It comes from repetition and courage. You are your first teacher, your first student, and your first speaking partner. You have everything you need inside you. Fluency is not a magic gift. It is a muscle built through repetition. Most people chase new things, new words, new grammar, new methods, but they never repeat what they've learned. They move too fast and forget everything. But repetition is the secret to mastery. Every fluent speaker has repeated the same lines hundreds of times until they became automatic. A musician practices the same note. A dancer repeats the same move. A speaker repeats the same sentences until they sound effortless. Every time you repeat a word, your brain builds a stronger connection. After enough repetition, the word becomes part of you. You don't remember it anymore. You just know it. That's fluency. That's automatic English. Pick one short, useful sentence each day and repeat it 50 times. Say it slowly, then faster, then with emotion. Say it while walking, while cooking, while looking at yourself in the mirror. Let your mouth memorize it. Then use it in real life. The moment you use a sentence naturally, it becomes yours forever. After a week, you will own 10 powerful sentences you can use in any conversation. Some learners feel bored when repeating, but that's a mistake. Repetition is not boring. It's transformation. Every repetition makes your voice smoother, your rhythm stronger, your speech faster. The moment you start seeing repetition as a workout for your mouth, everything changes. You become proud of practice. You stop chasing new things and start mastering what you already have. Fluency also grows from listening deeply, copying exactly, and then speaking freely. This is called the listen, copy, speak method. Reading is not enough. Reading trains your eyes, but not your mouth. Listening trains your ears. Copying trains your pronunciation. Speaking trains your confidence. When you listen to a real native voice, a movie clip, a podcast, a story, you start to feel the rhythm of real English. The pauses, the emotion, the flow. Then when you copy it, you train your mouth to move the same way. You start to sound natural. You stop translating. You begin to feel the music of English inside your voice. Practice this 3 times a day, even for a few minutes. Morning, listen and copy one sentence. Afternoon, another one. Evening, speak it on your own. Record yourself, listen, compare, adjust. Small steps, big change. After 30 days, your mouth will sound stronger, clearer, faster. But don't stop there. Fluency also requires courage, the courage to speak ugly. Stop waiting to be perfect. Perfection is a prison. Every great speaker once spoke badly. Every confident speaker once made thousands of mistakes. The secret is that they didn't stop. They spoke anyway. You are not afraid of English. You are afraid of judgment. But judgment is powerless when you stop caring about it. Speak broken English proudly. Speak raw, messy, imperfect English because imperfect speaking is the only path to perfect fluency. Don't be silent. Say something even if the grammar is wrong. Say it fast. Say it loud. Say it anyway. The more you speak, the more your brain learns. The more you hesitate, the more it forgets. Fluency is built by action, not by waiting. Every day, speak a few imperfect sentences. Then say them again better. Watch yourself grow. Mistakes are not your enemy. They are the teachers that shape your progress. You don't get fluent by avoiding mistakes. You get fluent by making thousands of them until they stop mattering. Start your mornings with English. Before checking your phone, before listening to anyone else, give yourself 10 minutes, your personal fluency zone. In those 10 minutes, speak out loud, shadow a native voice, write a few lines, and affirm your progress. Morning is when your brain is most alive and open. When you use that time for English, it sets the tone for your whole day. Talk to yourself about how you feel, what you plan to do, what you dream of. Then copy one sentence from a video. Say it again and again until it flows. Write a short paragraph about your thoughts. Then speak a few affirmations that remind you who you are. You are becoming fluent. You speak with confidence. You learn with love. You grow every day. This is your daily foundation. 10 minutes might seem small, but if you do it every day, the results will be extraordinary. In 1 month, your confidence will double. In 3 months, your speech will become faster. In 6 months, you won't recognize your old self. Because what you do first every morning defines who you become. Finally, train your mouth like an athlete trains the body. You don't speak English with your brain. You speak with your lips, tongue, and throat. Those muscles need daily exercise. Stretch your mouth wide. Move your tongue. Practice sounds that are hard for you. Repeat them fast. Add emotions. Build strength in your voice. This is real fluency training. Physical, emotional, mental. Every repetition makes your pronunciation clearer. Every sound practice makes your words smoother. Every emotional exercise makes your speech alive. This is how you stop sounding robotic and start sounding real. This is how English stops being something you study and becomes something you are. Record yourself. Compare week by week. Feel your progress. Watch your transformation. You don't need hours of grammar study. You need 5 minutes of mouth practice and a lifetime of persistence. Fluency is not a mystery. It's a daily act of courage. It's the voice you use when no one is listening. It's the choice to speak when your mind wants to stay silent. It's the belief that you can, even when everything feels hard. You have the voice. You have the will. You have the power. Use it every day. Speak freely, speak honestly, speak bravely. Because one day you will look back and realize that you didn't just learn English, you became English.